Hi there, this is Jazz from Along the Way with J&J, and today I'm going to be doing a short review on this little Bluetooth speaker that we were sent quite a long time ago, actually, to use and provide our thoughts on. I want to start off by apologizing that it's taken us so long to do this review. We were super excited when we received the speaker because if you follow us at all, you know that we are big into music. We listen to music all the time when we're on the road, when we're camping. We go to a lot of live shows, so we love music, and we actually have several Bluetooth speakers that we use in different capacities. We always have one with us when we're on the road. So I'm going to go over the features of this little speaker and then talk a little bit about what we liked and a little bit about what we didn't like. So hopefully better late than never. Again, sorry it's taken us so long. So let me pull the speaker out of the packaging here. This was the original packaging. It's kind of beat up now because we've been putting it in and out of the packaging. So the speaker itself is pretty sturdy. It does have this kind of rubberized band, colored band in green all around the speaker, so when you put it on a surface it doesn't really move around at all. And then here are the control functions, which we'll go over in a second. And then it does have this clip, which really isn't that sturdy. You know, you can clip this to like a backpack or whatever, and it's held on by this rubber piece here. So I would just be careful if you're going to hook it onto something. The speaker does have some weight to it, so if this is like bouncing around, eventually I would think this would tear off. So just something to be mindful of. And then inside the box we have this little packet here. It's almost like an accessory pack, I guess, and it shows you that there are other colors available in the speaker. And then we have just this little fold-out piece here, which is the manual. Pretty basic manual, and it says multi-function, portable, waterproof, wireless speaker, solar power. Yeah. So on the inside of here, we have the controls, and they're pretty basic. It has the specifications. There's a warranty for the speaker, and you have your phone play pause function, so you can actually listen to your phone through the speaker as well. On-off mode, previous track and next track. So if we look here, we have the power button, and you can see here with a little handset. I'm not sure if anybody recognizes that anymore because nobody has telephones with handsets, but there it is, and that's your play and pause. And then we have, you know, the volume buttons here, and also the forward and back. So if you want to advance tracks or go back. And then we have this little control area here with this removable plastic, or excuse me, rubber piece. And here we have an aux in, we have our USB. So as you can see, it is a solar powered speaker. So that's the whole point of it. It has the solar panel right here. However, we have had to use the USB charging, and I'll explain a little bit more about that later. And then you can also put an SD card in here and listen to music off of an SD card, which is pretty cool. So what I wanted to do before we get into the speaker is just go through this little accessory pack here. So here is your USB cable. Put that aside. And then we have our aux in cable. And then at the very bottom here, we have this little bag. And this is a storage bag, and it says NuVending. So that you can see here it has like all their social media. And it's a pretty cool little bag. It has these drawstrings up here, so that will allow you to carry the speaker around. Oops! If you did not want to hook it onto something with this. So let's turn the speaker on, and I'm going to warn you that it talks. So first time we turned it on, it scared me a little bit, but I will show you exactly what I mean. So here we go.
Bluetooth mode.
Okay, so a very pleasant voice. Super loud, right? I think I have it up way too loud because I like my music loud. So I have already connected it to my phone. Hopefully it's still connected. So let me get my phone up here. And I am just going to put Pandora on. And we're going to play a song. Okay, now what I just did there is I actually played the beginnings of 3 songs. And just for fun, if anybody recognizes the beginning of those 3 songs, you know, shout us out on social media, leave us a comment in the YouTube comments. I didn't want to play the whole song, but I just wanted to show you what it sounded like. Now, I think you might have also heard that when I press this button, right? So we pressed it once and just hold it down briefly and it advances the song. Now, if we press this button and we hold it down for a little bit longer, it actually advances the volume. So that's one thing to be mindful of. So again, you touch it briefly and it advances, or if you're using this button, it will go backwards. But if you want to actually advance the volume, you have to hold it down a little bit more. And as you heard, I'm going to press it again and see if it will do it again. But it beeped, which means that it had reached the maximum volume. Right. Okay, so now I'm just going to go down a little bit. And it's pretty simple. So the volume on the speaker is really good. And of course, it works in conjunction with the volume on your phone. And as far as the quality sounds really good. It's got, you know, good bass sound. I mean, it's not overwhelming, obviously. It's not really tinny at all. Let me see if I can pull up another style of music and see if we can get some different contrast here. So. Again, sounds pretty good, right? And you saw how I use the volume down and volume up buttons to advance the volume. The sound of the speaker is something that is, you know, more than enough for us. If you're sitting by a campfire, you know, if you're just like right now, I'm in Lady T, so if we're at the table, there's no food or anything, but sometimes, you know, when we're eating dinner and we're on the road, we just put the speaker by the side of our food and we enjoy the music. So the things that we noticed about the speaker over time is that we really had to put it in the window or in a light source, a natural light source, i.e. the sun, for a long time for it to get a full charge without dying. Get it? But I would definitely recommend, after using it, if you were to purchase this speaker, that you should give it a good charge every single time. Now, just a few weeks ago, we hadn't used it in a while, but it was fully charged after we used it the last time. We tried to turn it on and we couldn't get it to turn on. So we were pressing the power button here and it would beep and then it would just kind of not do anything. So there was no indicator. Like you can see here, the little blue light, which indicates that it's on, but that would just flash on briefly and then it would go off, and we didn't really know what was wrong. So we fooled around with it a little bit, just kind of like, you know, press different things, and eventually we just plugged it in with the USB cable. We gave it a really good charge for like 2 days straight, and then it finally went back on. So I was afraid that we weren't going to be able to do this review because the speaker had died and we hadn't used it that much. So I'm not sure what really happened there. As you can see, it's working fine now, but definitely, you would want to have the USB cable with you as a backup and make sure that it's charged, especially if you plan on using it for an extended period of time. But overall, we like the speaker. We think it's durable. We did not get a chance to test out the waterproof functionality, as it mentions here. I'm always leery when I see waterproof, especially with electronics. I mean, certainly we have water resistant electronics, but you know, waterproof meaning that we can take this and submerge it in a bucket of water and it's still going to work. I don't know that that's true. I didn't want to find out. So anyway, again, we like the speaker. I mean, we definitely will use it. It's not something that I would probably take with us on the road, because we have another speaker that we do use that we can charge for a long time, and we can get a really long use out of that. We have taken this with us actually just for over the weekend camping, and it did stay charged, but we did have to make sure that after every use we were sticking it right in the direct line of the sun to make sure that it was getting charged. So I'm not sure if anybody has had any experience with this little speaker. If you have, you know, let us know what your thoughts were, if you experienced the same issue with the charging, or the issue that I mentioned where it could just kind of stop working for a little bit, and just let us know, you know, if there was something different that you did to keep the charge longer. But overall, we like the speaker. We think it's something that would definitely be fun to bring, like, to the beach for a day, or maybe just have it by your poolside. But again, not sure how we would like it for longer term use. So definitely going to keep it in our speaker collection. And if you have any other comments, just let us know. And thanks for watching. See you on the road.